Call for EU action on regenerative agriculture. Carlsberg Group has partnered with Boston Consulting Group (BCG) and One Planet Business for Biodiversity (OPB) to launch Sowing Change, a report outlining 6 actionable recommendations to transform European agriculture and secure a more sustainable future. The EU faces a pivotal moment. To improve climate resilience and safeguard vulnerable biodiversity, the agricultural sector should move towards regenerative farming practices that restore soil health, protect nature, and reduce emissions while improving farmers' income. Public-private collaboration is vital to drive this transition, allowing the industry to foster competitiveness, ensure a just transition, and mobilize private investments that contribute to climate and nature objectives. Global food and beverage leaders are urging the EU to take swift action to accelerate the shift to regenerative agriculture. However, farmers willing to make the switch face economic uncertainty and a lack of clear guidelines. Food and beverage companies eager to source regeneratively grown crops are constrained by limited supply and inconsistent definitions of what regenerative agriculture entails. Today, Boston Consulting Group (BCG), OP2B, and Carlsberg Group unveil 6 actionable recommendations to transform European agriculture. These 6 recommendations will be featured in the forthcoming report, Sowing Change, EU Policy and Opportunities to Scale Regenerative Agriculture. The Sowing Change report provides a clear roadmap to overcome the barriers and accelerate the agricultural transformation necessary for a more sustainable future. By working together, businesses, policymakers, and farmers can create a resilient food system that benefits people, the planet, and the economy. 6 recommendations to scale regenerative agriculture practices across the EU based on comprehensive studies and various stakeholder interviews in the agri-food value chain. The report presents 6 key recommendations to enable the transition to regenerative agriculture in collaboration with value chain experts. Create an EU-wide outcome-based definition of regenerative agriculture. This definition can serve as the foundation of an EU-wide benchmarking system, aligning with the strategic dialogue's recommendations. It would align clear metrics on outcomes such as minimized GHG emissions, increased cultivated biodiversity, and improved soil health, increased soil organic carbon, while setting progressive adoption targets for and 2050 to align with EU climate goals. More information on aligned KPIs here. Develop an EU-wide measurement, monitoring, reporting and verification (MMRV) program to standardize outcome measurement methodologies. This EU-wide program would standardize data collection and reporting, focusing on key metrics like carbon sequestration and soil health. It would build on the work done by DG Agri through the Carbon Removal Certification Framework (CRCF) to ensure robust and credible monitoring, reporting and verification systems. Investments in cost-effective technologies and the use of existing data, such as satellite imagery, can ensure scalability and accuracy. Incorporate outcome-based criteria into CAP Pillar 1 payments. Farmers would receive practice-based payments during the transition and outcome-based rewards tied to measurable environmental improvements, leveraging the existing eco-schemes framework. Create an agri-transition fund through the European Investment Bank (EIB) to finance the transition. This fund, managed through the European Investment Bank (EIB), would facilitate 3 important components in a farmer's financing stack: a land bank conditioned on regenerative practices, insurance products to mitigate risks such as extreme weather or reduced yields during transition, and capital loans to help farmers cover the initial investments of transition. Improve knowledge-sharing programs to accelerate adoption of Regen.ag. Peer-to-peer farmer networks, digital resource hubs, and in-person training sessions would facilitate the exchange of best practices. Integrating Regen.ag into agricultural education and advisory services would ensure long-term capacity building. Develop a public-private market to link payments to the provision of ecosystem services. This framework would link private investments to environmental outcomes such as carbon sequestration, water quality improvements, and biodiversity gains. Tax incentives and technical support can encourage private sector participation while providing financial rewards to farmers. Central to these proposals is the Agri-Transition Fund, led by the European Investment Bank, which aims to address the financial risks farmers face during the multi-year transition to regenerative agriculture. This fund offers innovative tools such as a regenerative land bank to support sustainable practices and insurance products to protect farmers from challenges like yield reductions and extreme weather. The Agri-Transition Fund can provide a robust framework to ensure farmers have the financial stability and confidence needed to embrace regenerative practices and secure a sustainable future. Aligning on an outcome-based definition for regenerative agriculture and implementing MMRV systems will lay a solid regulatory foundation. Short-term initiatives, including financing and knowledge-sharing programs, will enable immediate progress, while the integration of CAP and the development of ecosystem services marketplaces will drive systemic change. Together, these steps align with the EU's vision for a more sustainable agricultural future.